Yeah, shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Just want to dive into this because I can't believe this is still coming up. A lot of people still got questions on birthdays, and I understand like a lot of different. Look, man, we coming out of being Hellenized or Americanized, if you will. So a lot of our people still caught up in these pagan customs, which the Most High said not do. So anyway, we're gonna dive just into the birthdays because I just got some messages on there. Look, we are not to celebrate our birthday. Even going, all praises to the Most High for another year on the planet and all praise to the Most High. No, we didn't do that. Number one, it's high level wickedness. We deal with spiritual wickedness in high places, right? Is sorcery involved with that? Is divination involved with that? It's observer of times. All that stuff is involved with that. So I'm just touch on a few scriptures, give some instances, what happened with us and what we're supposed to do. We don't observe that. We got that from the Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Romans, the Greeks. I believe the Greek goddess name is Artemis. Nevertheless, anyway, she used to kick it with their little fake goddess Diana and all that over in the Holly Groves, which is what Hollywood is built after. Anyway, so I'm going to start from the top. Y'all can see this right from the Encyclopedia Americana in 1991. These people know this. Just like if you try to pull up the 1958 encyclopedia, it will be gone. Same thing. All right. The ancient world of Egypt, Greece, and Rome, like I named, and Persia, like I named, right? During the time of Esther and all that, right? Celebrated the birthdays of gods, kings, and nobles, right? There's a book called The Lore of Birthdays, right? You can go look that up. Mesopotamia and Egypt, the cradles of civilization, were also the first lands in which men remembered and honored their birthdays. The keeping of birthday records were important in ancient times, right? Salakia, I'm looking at email. In ancient times, right? Principally because a birth date was essential for casting of a horoscope. Casting, the word casting goes just like when you're casting a spell. This is why I always told people, if you've been seeing me in person, outside on the street or YouTube, podcast, whatever, I've always told people, if somebody asks you what time you were born, you turn away and you run like hell. They're a witch or a Wiccan or a warlock or an observer of times. They mean no good to you. This goes with every single, whether knowingly or unknowingly. If you're one of those brothers or sisters or jobs now, and y'all do those vision boards for the year, you're partaking in sorcery and witchcraft in high places. Okay? I'm going to keep going. Okay? So there is a direct connection between the pagan practice of birthday celebrations and astrology, horoscopes, and fortune telling. All right, I'm going to go down to the what I got wrote here in black. All right. Observer of times, right? It goes with divination. Okay. It goes with all of that, right? A birth, a chart, a forecast of a person's future. It's witchcraft when we get that cake. The cake is shaped in a circle for the moon goddess. It's pagan. And you put those candles on it. When we blow those candles, their thoughts, pagan thoughts, is that smoke carries your prayers up to their God. Notice these are the Greeks, the Romans, Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great. In other words, they're the so-called white people. We, the Hebrew people, we were not doing that. Christ was 33 years old, correct? Yeah. Show me 33 birthday parties then. What about Noah? Hundreds of years old. Show me the birthday parties for all the prophets, the disciples, the high priests, the apostles, the priests, the teachers, the servants. You won't see that. That was not our custom because the Most High commanded us back in the wilderness to not deal with this stuff. The word horoscope is derived from the Greek. Everything got to deal with the Greek. When we go to college, we pledge Greek. When we're Hebrew by blood, right? Words of aura and scopos meaning time and observer. So zodiac signs, yes, they are wicked. All right. So matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get that. Let's just go ahead and get that. Let's go back to when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah commanded that. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Actually, no. It's chapter 18, verse 10. Salakia. I'm thinking 10 and 18. 18 verse 10. Right? So like look at verse 9 and look at the I don't know, the context, if you will, the caption. Spiritism forbidden. So when I run into sisters and all that today, and I'm a free spirit, red flag. That's a Mario Brothers red flag. I act like I'm Luigi and run and just jump and pull the flag down. Nope, red flag. I'm a free spirit. They're witches. They're sorcerers. Whether if they know it or not, it don't matter. Right now in the end times, check out Isaiah chapter 19. We have to be vigilant and stay away from these things, especially now. Verse 9, when thou art coming to the land which Yahweh our power have given thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. He called them abominations. He didn't say sins. He didn't say slap on the wrist. He said this is abominable. In other words, that means don't F with me. Don't do it. Do it if you want to and see what happens. That's what that means. Verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter sit down, blow out the candles on the cake. That's what you're doing. To pass through the fire, and or that use it divination or an observer of times. That's what that is. Or an enchanter or a witch, burning the sage, enchantment. That's why Disneyland and Disney World, they say it's the most magical place on earth. It's so enchanting. But we say, oh, the law is done away with. So you got free range to just do divination, enchantment, witchcraft, sorcery, necromancy. The Most High, neither Christ has ever said it's okay for you to do this now because all of it's done away. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. We've been deceived. Understand that. The highest holiday to Satan in this order is birthdays because you're making it all about yourself, lovers of self. You're a god. You could do it. Satan first fooled Eve with what? Power. You don't need Adam. You could do this. You could be a god. You don't need him for this. Nothing's changed. Nothing's new under the sun. You don't need a man. You could go to work full time. You could work 50 hours a week. You could get your own house, your own car, your own insurance. You could raise your own child. Verse 11, or a charmer or a consulter with familiar spirits. Those y'all who astral projecting, being mediums, all of that. Or a wizard or a necromancer. Necromancer is also what we do on New Year's. Playing back. Look at my 2020 and they got these little apps and stuff on Instagram and Facebook. You can recap all your photos from the previous year. That's necromancy. See, Satan is more subtle than any of the beasts of the field. He's crafty. He's very crafty. All right. For all those, verse 12, for all those that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh. And because of these abominations, Yahweh our power, right, do it, drive them out from before thee. Okay. So now let's get into some instances real quick. Let's go to, so we understand what sin is real quick, as always. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. This is New Testament for everybody. All right. For sin is transgression of the law. So when you get on your knees every morning, and if you don't, you should get on your knees every morning, you pray, forgive me for my sins. You saying forgive me for breaking the law. Because that's the definition of sin. So clearly, even in your prayers, you spiritually know that it ain't done away. The Most High never say we can just go out and be a wizard or a warlock and conjure up demons and spirits. This is what happened when we don't read to understand. Why on earth would God, if you will, ever do away with something like that? Oh, no, law's done away, man. Y'all good. Yeah, just go ahead and go over there and do Halloween. Throw all your spells and stuff in the bucket. Make your potions. You good. Why? Because it's done away. You can't do no wrong. Okay? Let's not be deceived. All right? Let's not be deceived. Let's go to Job, right? I had that up earlier. Let's go to Job, right? And if you read in the NIV or New LT, whatever, it's going to say birthdays. So it's no getting out of this. And watch what the Most High did. All right. Job chapter 1, verse 4. Right. I'm just hitting the hot spots. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day. If you read in the other verses, it's going to say everyone on their birthday. So they went through a party on their birthday. Back then, they did it every month. Now we do it every year. See, it's nothing new under the sun. The Most High, like, yeah, your grandparents and them, nigga, they used to do it every month. You born on the 15th, we turn it up on the 15th. Next month, we turn it up on the 15th. Nothing new, right? And his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone on his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. Pass out the birthday parties, pass out the birthday flyers, send out the text to the kinfolks and them. That's what happened. And it was so. When the days of their feast, now say birthdays on the mother books, when the days where their feasting were going about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. So he's like, what y'all doing today? Oh, me, Shaniqua, Kiki, we over here doing our birthday. So he's like, what? So he went to go pray for his children. Why would he go pray for them if birthdays was okay? Job knew something we didn't know. I'm going to keep going. For Job said, it might be that my sons have sinned. They weren't doing them but celebrating their birthday. Read that again slow. That's all they was doing. So why would he offer burnt offerings and say, bro, they sinning? He's saying they have sinned and cursed Yahweh in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. He's saying, bro, they sinning. Why, bro? They cursing the Most High. We not knowing that that's cursing, that's blasphemy to the Most High. You might well be sticking your finger up at the Most High by doing this. Because you saying, oh, me. Look at me. Thank you can't say thank you for another year on the earth when he told you not to do it any damn way. Right? Let's keep going though, right? So keep in mind they doing their birthday. Okay? Now I'm gonna skip down. I ain't gonna get to that one. Nah, why not? Verse 13. See, it says Satan allowed to test Job, right? Verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house. He was doing his birthday too. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. Okay, so we're finna get to the point what happened. We're at verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house, birthday. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I'm the only one that escaped along to tell thee. The Most High killed them for celebrating their birthday. Killed them. Every time it's someone's birthday in the scripture, somebody dies, right? In the New Testament, right? I hate saying New Testament, but remember John the Baptist was beheaded on Herod's birthday. I think it was his niece or whatever. He was beheaded. That's what she wanted as a gift. What you want for your birthday? Cut that nigga head off. That's what I want on a platter. And they gave it to him, man. It was so. Matter of fact, one of the best instances is 2 Maccabees. 2 Maccabees chapter. Matter of fact, let's just get it. I mean, I wasn't finna go into that, but let's just get it. Right? And this sister stood firm. Man, I wish we had. Well, I know we got sisters like this today, and I ain't gonna say I wish we had. But this is a great example. There you go. This is a great example from one of our Hebrew sisters on how to be 10 toes down. Right? 2 Maccabees chapter 6. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read verse 1. Right? Not long after the king sent an old man of Athens, Greece, right, to compel the Jews, us, the Hebrews, because we're 2 different people, to depart from the laws of their fathers. They've been coming up with doctrines and holy trinities and all this stuff to try to trick us in our brain to get away from the Most High. They've been doing this. Their forefathers did it. They doing it now. right? And not to live after the laws of Yahweh. So they coming up with different things to try to trick us. Turn up, birthday, turn up, all the different celebrities, right? All the different long nails and a payload of makeup and all of that. All that got to do is it's all sorcery and witchcraft. It all goes back to siren spirits and all of that stuff. We ain't supposed to be doing that. But they come up with different things to trick us. You see it on TV all day, so you're going to start to do it. Fidel Sassoon, right? CoverGirl, right? And so we're seeing all these different MAC makeups and all that, and our sisters just eat it up. Well, we can do this. It's okay. It's just a little bit. That's all it takes is just a little bit. All it took was Eve to, just give me a little bit of that knowledge. That's it. That's all it takes. All it takes is one. All right. Matter of fact, let me keep going. Let me get to that example real quick, and we can close out. Let's go down to verse 3. All right. So they tried to get us to, forget, if you will. Okay. Verse 3. Let's see. Okay. The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people. Right. And matter of fact, just verse 3 through 9. If y'all, I'm going to touch the hot spots, but just read through that. Matter of fact, I got it. I'll read through it, right? Verse 4. For the temple was filled with riot, right? And reveling by the Gentiles, the heathens, who dallied with harlots. This is why the Roman Catholic Christian Church got nothing but women up in there. Yes. Hey, man, Pastor, take your time. They supposed to be quiet, man. Like, hush. That's why it's full. And what's sad is it's full with black Hebrew women. Full. And they accept the choir director the way that he is, right? They accept him the way that he is and all that. And it's all kinds of stuff in there. It's just, it's entertainment. Stadium style seating. You can buy and sell coffee, pamphlets, books, t-shirts, the same thing. Right? The same thing the Lord Yahweh shot, the same thing Christ walked in and start whooping butt, right? Start whooping their ass. That's the same thing that's going on now, but people's not my church. Your pastor got a Bentley parked outside. I can walk in there and buy Starbucks coffee. I can walk in there right now and buy an umbrella. I can walk in there right now and buy books sold by the pastor, the deacon, the usher board. I can go in there and buy recorded sessions. Sermons, if you will. It's supposed to be free. Real men of the Lord not charging you. Like some of these brothers out here charging. Don't they look silly now? I mean, you should be able to call out the so-called false prophets right away. They was out here charging y'all to get vaccine exemption papers. And they supposed to be your brethren. They was out here charging y'all. Pay me $100 and I'll get it notarized and they can't make you. What? What are we doing? Anyway, I'm going to get off topic. Verse 5. The altar was also filled with profane things which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Shabbat days or ancient feast days or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. So this is what was going on during the Grecian period, which are the same as the Romans, right? Off topic, which is why Paul was saying there's no difference between Greek nor Jew. Because our so-called black brothers who were still calling themselves Greeks, he was saying, bro, there ain't no difference between us. We the same people. Y'all just don't know because during captivity, same as today. Nah, bro, we the Hebrews. Bro, I'm African-American. Bro, I'm a Christian. Nah, bro, listen. It's our bloodline. It's not a religion. We are the Hebrew people. Oh, during slavery, what language did we speak? African, Kunta Kinte, whatever he spoke. Nah, bro, that's false. Get that out of here. African is not a language. Okay. Verse 7. See, back to that birthday, right? And in the day of the king's birth, every month, I stated it was every month a while ago, right? They were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the fast of Bacchus, I know I butchered that, was kept, the Hebrews were compelled to go into procession to Bacchus, carrying ivy. So on the king's birthday, they forced us because they knew we wasn't celebrating birthdays. They knew it was our law. They knew we weren't celebrating birthdays. We were like, nigga, who are you? Like, all right, well, go ahead. You can do that. They brought us like today, they would have the SWAT team come by and get us out the house on the president's birthday, guns drawn and everything, and make us eat pork. They would make us, right? Moreover, there went out a decree. A decree is a law. So they wrote it into law to the neighbor cities of the heathen. So everything that the so-called white man owned by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews or against the Hebrews. They wrote law into effect for us. Let me give you an example. There's a ordinance that's on almost every little corner store in the hood. It says no loitering. That's for us, dog. They know all we do is just hang out and chill out. We did that in the gates of Jerusalem. This is why the Most High said, if 2 or 3 or more gathered in my name, I'm there. We could just be on the corner shooting the shit. And the Most High gonna be there if we talk about him. He might send a chariot and pull up. What's good? Y'all say something? What's up? They don't want us hanging out. This is why when we barbecue and all that, they got a problem. Okay? What I say? Against the Jews, that they should have, middle of verse 8, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. So they sent out a law that we had to observe birthdays. Not only that, their Halloweens, their Thanksgiving, their Xmas, all of that. Verse 9, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the heathens, of the Gentiles, should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. So anyway, keep reading that like that. If you want to go through that whole chapter, it touches on the sister. But I didn't want to like get too deep into that. But as far as birthdays, like we never did that, guys. We never did that. It's sorcery. It's witchcraft. I'll touch on another one real quick. And actually, yeah, it is one there. Ecclesiastes. Go there, chapter 7, verse 1. A good name. Matter of fact, I'll just so quick. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth, because we ain't celebrate that. That's why the Most High say, look, when you pass, right? Like, look wicked men, he says, man, we keep remembering and thinking about them for a lifetime. He said, man, when the righteous pass, bro, you got 7 days. That's it. 7 days, get over that, keep it moving. Because if you got a deeper understanding in the scripture, the Most High really with you, you know that, hey, look, if it's Yahweh Shem Shah's will, he going to be right back. But that's another topic, right? Let's go to Jeremiah. We go to 20. I believe that's when he said. Jeremiah 20, there it is, 14, right? Cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. It's a deeper understanding, right? So when some people like right now, I'm not saying they should do this, but I'm just because I heard this a lot. Man, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's wicked here, man. They got COVID. They finna do the famine, the war. Like, man, I don't want to bring a child into this world. Jeremiah was dealing with so much in the first Babylon, if you will. He was dealing with so much. He was like, say, dog, nah, man, what? What are we doing? Is Israel a homeborn slave? So anyway, with that, look, as far as birthdays, it's sorcery, it's witchcraft, right? And also it's a curse. We get in that circle, right? Because you get in a circle to invoke spirits, to invoke demons, devils, if you will. Everyone circles around the person doing birthdays. You put the cake in a circle. And if the cake is in a rectangle or a square, you still put the candles in the circle. It don't matter. You make a circle around it. You light it and you blow it out and you chant. You do pagan chanting with the birthday song. We're casting, as I just stated earlier, it's a cast. We're casting a spell upon ourselves. Words hold power. We say that all the time. The Hebrew people, we do not do birthdays. The highest holidays to Satan, he got a satanic Bible. Look it up. The highest holidays to him in order are birthdays, Halloween, and Christmas. Why would the third holiday be Christmas? What does Satan know that you don't? Well, we're celebrating Christ's birth, and Satan like you have no idea. Yeah, sure you are. So with that, shalom.